Game audio.
Huh?
Game audio.
Is it recording now?
Yeah.
For the video?
Yeah, but I'm gonna edit it.
I know.
Can you hear the game?
Yeah.
Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten here, bringing you a new Nancy Drew analysis video. You have seen it in the title by now, I would imagine, but today I have brought back, for a second time, a very special guest, Mr. Wizard Kitten.
Hello.
Say greetings to the fellow detectives.
Hello.
Greetings. So, this is a sequel to a video that I did a while back where Mr. Wizard Kitten was introduced to the first time to a Nancy Drew game, and I had him play one of the classics. I had him play the Haunted Carousel because it's one of the easiest Nancy Drew games. It's generally a good introduction to the series, and it did not hook Mr. Wizard Kitten. He was not intrigued.
I was not.
He was not impressed. He wanted more. And after that video, many of you fellow detectives recommended in the comments that he should try one of the modern Nancy Drew games, something that's a little bit more
Better.
creative with the storytelling, maybe more puzzle heavy, more action right away, just something from the modern era seemed like it would fit Mr. Wizard Kitten better. So today we're going to try Nancy Drew Ghost of Thornton Hall, which is my third favorite mystery out of the entire series. Does that intrigue you? Does that make you think, ooh, this must be a good game?
I don't know.
He's so skeptical.
I'm still very skeptical, and we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, we'll see how round 2 goes. If you're not hooked on the series after this, then I don't think it's happening. But
Where does this rank for your community?
generally this one is very well
In a
liked.
top 10 situation?
Yeah, for a lot of people it's a
As
top
far as
10
the critical
situation.
mass in aggregate?
Because it's got really good scare factor and it has a really strong story and good characters. The graphics are beautiful. Like, it's just generally a really well done game. There are some people who don't enjoy it, and I don't know if it's just because, like,
Oh,
the
I don't care
scare
about the
factor
outliers.
element,
I'm
but-
talking about the
yeah, generally this one is
generally
well
out.
liked.
Yeah.
Yep, generally people like this one.
All right.
So, you ready to give it a go?
Yeah, let's see if I'm people.
Let's see if you're people. Okay, so you're gonna start a new game.
There's lots of other options that you could go for.
This is the screensaver in the Haunted Carousel Hotel all over again.
More North Dakota.
More Nancy Drew.
Okay, that makes a
You
little
want
more
to start a
sense.
new game. You are an amateur, so.
Well, that's one person's opinion.
You are. You're an amateur sleuth. You haven't played any Nancy Drew games all the way through.
I've played a Nancy Drew game.
Yeah, you got maybe an eighth of a way through the actual game.
That was an 8th?
That was about an eighth, yeah.
That's less than I would imagine.
I
Or
know.
more than I would imagine.
That's more than
That's
you would
no,
imagine?
I meant more than I would imagine it would have been. If that's an 8th. Are you sure it's not like a 12th or a 10th?
No, that's probably about an eighth. The Haunted Carousel is one of the shortest games.
Apparently, yeah. Okay. Wow.
Okay, well, you're an amateur, so click amateur.
Is her screensaver on her phone just her own shadow?
Mm-hmm.
That's not.
Nancy's famous. Are you gonna?
But it's her. I am Nancy right now, and her own phone has her shadow on it.
Yeah.
And that's what she chooses. When anybody else calls, or that's just her set wallpaper, just her own silhouette.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna answer your phone?
I think Nancy's got a bit of an ego here, and we'll see if that causes any friction between
You're
the
gonna
player
let this
and
go
the
to
character.
voicemail? You're gonna answer your phone here?
It's not gonna go to voicemail. It waits till people click.
What time is it?
Late.
Savannah?
Don't go. Stay home.
Don't worry, I'm on the case.
Are you intrigued?
There's a lot of scenery chewing with
sure
the
about
accent,
this?
but
I am.
Watch yourself around the Thorntons. They earn their bad reputation.
Well, thanks for being concerned. I should be okay.
Well, it depends who's here. Hope for your sake Wade's not skulking around. Or that loony bin reject, Harper. But it's Charlotte you best watch for. Black Rock Island belongs to her now. Has ever since the night the fire took her. Take care now.
If Harper's a loony bin reject, does that just mean that he's sane and well? Like he didn't qualify enough for the loony bin?
No, she is a reject, a social reject, and she also went to the loony bin. You'll find this out later.
So a loony bin reject is what he's saying, not,
Yeah,
Okay.
a loony bin, comma, reject. Spooky
I don't
place,
think so. There
right?
was no comma. I think he was calling her a loony bin reject.
Well, I mean, she's out of the loony bin. Spooky, right?
Yeah, lots of accents. Yeah, very spooky. It's dark. You got the cattails, like in the Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
Mm-hmm. Very spooky. Fog, the trees with the Spanish moss hanging from them. Very Southern Gothic, right?
So this is scared. It is very Southern Gothic, and I like Southern Gothic in general. Flannery O'Connor and William Faulkner and Eudora Welty and everything. It's very much my one of my favorite literary genres. Favorite literary genre in one of my least favorite gaming genres. Let's see how it meshes together.
Maybe it'll hook you. Too spooky. Changed your mind.
Jesselyn?
Excuse me?
Sorry. Of course you're not. I'm just tired.
No, don't be. I'm Nancy.
You're here to help?
Suspicious
Savannah
stuff.
Woodham called me in. She seems to think there's a supernatural explanation to Jesselyn's disappearance.
A couple of days back, that would have earned an eye roll. You might need this. I found it in the house.
The animation isn't bad for the time, but the gestures were way off.
Mr. Wizard Kitten was mimicking Colton's gestures, but you have to. They're better than the Haunted Carousel, aren't they? They're pretty smooth.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the animation itself is an improvement, but as far as just, they're not what a human being would do for welcoming. That you don't do like a weird half shrug and open up your hands to say welcome.
I don't know. Colton's really uncomfortable. He's in a weird situation right now. His fiance is missing.
I guess, but it was also very suspicious. He's looking around and said Jesselyn. Like, I don't trust him at all.
Fair.
He's probably the culprit. What's over here? That looks comfortable. Is that supposed to be creepy?
Yeah, it's a haunted bench. It just moved by itself.
I mean, could have been a breeze. It also could be like just a shaky house in general.
The Spanish moss isn't moving. There's no breeze.
It's moss.
Yeah. It's hanging off the tree. Spanish moss hangs down.
All right, let's see. She doesn't seem important. Can you acquire weapons like this scythe if you wanted to?
You can acquire many objects. When Nancy's hand turns into a hand, then you know you
Sure.
can pick something up.
But I don't have the choice of, like, I can't get this saw, I can't bring this hook around.
No, that would make things way too difficult.
Whatever this thing is.
It'll tell you.
A picker.
Yep.
Okay.
Big things.
Like this?
No, that's a
A
puzzle.
lock picker?
No, that's just a puzzle. You don't have what you need yet for that puzzle.
That didn't sound good.
Oh. You just sliced Nancy's head off.
That didn't sound good.
Didn't you hear her say that didn't sound good?
Yeah.
And then you proceeded to do it again?
Well, she's smart. She'll dodge it this time. Let's see. Nope.
You have made a fatal error.
I can read.
Spooky, right?
Must be Beauregard.
Could have been. He's a ghost. Bugs are bothering her.
Or she just farted.
She would not.
I've unlocked the ability. apparently.
Yeah, as in, I wonder what I need in order to get this paint smudge off. You're more invested in learning about the mystery in this one than you were in
Yeah.
Haunted Carousel.
Well, yeah, because the Haunted Carousel was stupid. This one's a little bit more intriguing.
Okay. That's a good sign.
I guess I can finally talk to her. Oh. Hello? Yes, hello? What? So they're sitting on a bunch of search party money for random people, but they can't do any painting or renovations or new curtains, anything at all.
It's
Because this is
almost...
horrible. They don't actually live here.
No, they don't live here.
Okay.
The house has been in the family, and after Charlotte's death, it started to fall decrepit. Mostly because nobody wants to be there. It's almost
Sure.
like the house itself is kind of protesting getting fixed up.
I can't
But how
wait
can a
until the
house
boat
protest
returns.
it? Are you saying that there's ghosts afoot?
I sure am. That's been established. That this place
Hey!
is very haunted.
You're not Savannah.
No, but you must be Wade.
Is she with you? Are you the new assistant? What's his name, get canned or something? She's scared of seeing me.
Why are you laughing?
I hope Savannah understands the mess she dropped you in.
It's just a very odd thing to say to a stranger.
Yeah, maybe Wade's a little odd.
Take a look around and then you tell me. Who's more welcome here? The living or the dead?
Wade does look somewhere between living and dead, so I'm not sure. He must feel like a neutral amount of welcomed.
He was talking about all the bodies in the graveyard and the ghosts,
I know.
not
I
himself.
No, but he's like half and half. Again, the eyes.
That's not
The
very
eyes of
nice.
these people. Yeah, what do you think of Colton?
What do you think of
Certainly my
Colton?
opinions.
I do not like that shifty little punk, but I have said that about all Jesse's boyfriends. With him, I mean it a little extra. Something's crooked with the two of them together. I don't know if she can see it or not.
We're on the same page about Colton. It definitely skeeved me out a little bit too.
Sure, you have a detective theory. I like it.
Well, Wade is not doing anything. He's just crotchety and he's clearly a red herring.
Okay.
Clearly. And Colton's killing people.
Okay.
Maybe not killing people, but he's up to no good.
He's up to no good.
Can't tell what I think about the dialogue writing and the writing in general. But it's not the world's finest, but it's not the world's worst. It's better than the last one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not, like that last part was pretty stupid. Just she always had this way of reading that she wanted to know something real bad. So one day I asked her, what do you want to know so bad?
The modern Nancy Drew games have a very, like, indirect, very, like, sort of trying to be edgy kind of style, trying to, like, be funny and interesting kind of style. The classic games are a lot more, like, direct and functional. And by the modern era, they were trying to be kind of, like, artsy with the dialogue, I suppose.
I mean, comparatively, sure.
But this is one of the
Yeah.
best ones of the modern era because, like, it's getting a little artsy and creative, but it also still reads, like, closer to how people would normally talk. So it
is trying.
It's interesting and also functional.
Yeah, Wade. Is he a fan favorite like Big Island Mike?
Do you like Wade better than Big Island Mike?
No. No. How could anyone?
I like Wade better than Big Island Mike.
Well, that's only because you're wrong.
Wade isn't a fan favorite, but he's probably ends up somewhere in the middle. He's not disliked. He doesn't
Okay.
stand out as like a super favorite character. There is another character in this game that you haven't met that does stand out as a favorite character for many.
Was the ghost in the hallway earlier?
No, that was Beauregard. Remember?
That was Beauregard's ghost.
Probably.
Was it or wasn't it?
His portrait is the only one in that hallway, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was Beauregard.
Oh, so just like Nancy with her screensaver, Beauregard just admires his own
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, now it's coming together. Everybody's an egomaniac in this game. Okay, now I see the
Are
theme
you
here.
gonna finish talking to Wade and go exploring and do some puzzles, or are you gonna keep staring at his lovely dome?
Sometimes he blinks at me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel a connection.
People need to blink, especially when you sit there having a staring contest with them.
Yeah.
After Charlotte died, that's when something I always knew came out shining so bright, I finally had to admit it. Long as it's been growing, the Thornton family tree's been split down the middle. The evil roots always trying to strangle out the good. I used to think I was on the side of good.
And now?
What do you think?
Maybe you're not. Nancy.
Maybe you're not.
Maybe you're right.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm feeling strangly like those roots. Look out, girlie. All right. Yeah, watch out for Wade. That's time to leave the cemetery.
I thought you said Wade was a red herring.
Yeah, I think that he still is, but
Oh.
I can still.
But he's still gonna strangle you?
I can still lead into the bit when there's dialogue that could be funny to
Alright.
warp a little bit.
Okay.
I still feel like he probably is.
Okay.
Then again, I am being lazy and gathering no clues, and
Yep.
mostly just trying to hypothesize
Yeah.
without literally
You
anything.
have only picked up 2 things, and one of them was literally handed to you.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to claim to be the most steadfast.
Expert clue finder, you are not.
Yeah, not yet. Not yet, anyway. Well, if you let me be the master one, I'd probably be a little less. Right now, I'm bored because I'm in the amateur mode, so
No.
that's probably it. I should have been master sleuth as opposed to amateur.
No.
It's just not quite beating me at my level, I think. No. I like the staring up the soles of the boots thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. Are they like a slave-owning family? Does that come in?
It's never explicitly stated.
That is interesting. I figured that it definitely wasn't, but it is just implied. They
It's,
just sort of like dance around the fact that they're
I mean, they're
on
a
the side of the Confederacy and slave owners.
they're a wealthy family in Georgia. It's never explicitly addressed.
That's interesting. They're fine with not addressing slavery in any way directly, and they don't throughout the entire game.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That is a criticism that's brought up. Are you done talking to Wade now?
Does he have more to say?
No, that's why Nancy can say I'd better get going.
I'd better get going.
Bye.
Is that a cell phone?
Yeah. Oh, no, that's a ghost hunting device.
He didn't mention that he was ghost hunting.
He does later.
If I asked, does he? Sorry, Wade.
I don't think right now.
Yeah, so I have been playing a lot of Double Dash lately, and it's a bit more fast-paced.
You can make this as fast-paced as you want it. You're the one who's been sitting staring at Wade for hours on end. And
All I'm saying is I haven't picked up a single item box, and I don't have a single red shell to throw at anybody.
it's true, you haven't thrown any turtles at any of the suspects. And I
And
don't
think that's-
recommend doing so.
I think that's a flaw of the game.
I disagree.
So they'll spend money on a search party. They'll spend money on punishing gravestones, but none of that can be allocated to fixing up the antebellum house, the antebellum mansion that they have in their family. Instead, they'd rather chuck it out on this.
Yeah, that's a
On-
fair point.
On remember the time you ran away rocks.
Yeah.
That's where they have room in the budget. All right.
Did you just notice that the statue just moved?
No, I missed it because I looked over at you. If I go up again, do I
No.
get to see?
No. Statues don't haunt on command. She turned and looked at you.
Did she like what she saw?
Maybe. Well, I don't know. Now she's looking away, so I guess not.
Like how Wade keeps going back to the exact same spot with the ghost hunting. Then every time that I go to a certain gravestone, he'll come and explain.
Would you rather he follow you around the graveyard? Because that sounds creepier, personally.
I guess, but it just sounds like, I don't know, he's getting his steps in today.
Yeah, there you go.
guess.
He's trying to reach his steps on his Apple Watch.
Yeah, good for Wade. Or maybe the ghost tracker is also an Apple Watch.
Probably.
Or a step tracker, whatever the heck.
That makes sense.
Does the statue stare at me? Wait, but it points at me.
Mm-hmm. That's real spooky.
Yep, I'm very scared.
If you play this game all by yourself
It's locked.
in the dark, you can't tell me that the creepy statue pointing at you wouldn't freak you out a little
I
bit.
do not think it would at all. It just wouldn't. It wouldn't.
Well, aren't you brave?
If I was a child, then yeah, sure, maybe as a child, possibly.
Well, I'm an adult and it still scares me.
I know. That is less than shocking.
Virginia, my mother. Rest her soul.
Can you tell me anything about her?
Just that I miss her. And I always will.
Aw, wait.
Why'd you say it like that? That's sweet.
I know. That's why I said it like that.
You're making fun of him.
Kind of, but also not.
I think that's sweet too.
He always took me out to the cemetery.
Yeah,
night.
to teach me.
We hung out here a lot.
He's teaching him intuition, how to listen,
What better place than the cemetery? in
how
the
to
middle
be
of the night?
reflective. Hey, cemeteries are very reflective and poetic places.
I know, there are the Graveyard Poets. That is a school of English poetry. It's out there. If anybody can name it in the YouTube comments section, I'll be very pleased. Well, I guess I'm not as good a man as Wade's dad. I'm not going to hang out with him in the cemetery anymore for much longer.
Ouch.
Or Luther, sorry.
Yeah, that's his name.
Papa Luth. Is this like a horse post
I don't know.
to tie it up?
I don't know. T for Thornton, obviously, but.
Or T for the horse post.
Mm-hmm.
That's graveyard. These are
Yeah.
trees.
You are not much of a clue finder, are you?
I'm getting bored, so.
Well, look at your task list, or like, what do you think would be a good detective thing to do now?
Probably to find Justin. that
would be a good thing
that
to
would
do.
be a really good detective thing, I think.
But
Would be to do the job I was hired for.
yeah, you need to do a few things. Oop! Did you see the ghost?
Yeah. And I see the pineapple lights. Very festive.
Yeah.
I don't like this guy. Wade and I can agree on that.
That you think Colton is suspicious?
Yeah, he was from the beginning. He knows where Jesselyn is. Otherwise, he would have called me Jesselyn when I walked over.
Maybe Nancy looks a little bit like Jesselyn.
No.
And it's dark and foggy, and he's.
I don't trust that. He knows. He knows where Jesselyn is.
Okay.
And they're like in cahoots about it to get the family money and take over or something.
Okay.
That's what I think. Or that's an option.
Sure.
That's an option.
That's a theory.
He'll tell me what actually happens when I don't finish the game.
No, I'm not telling you anything. If you're curious enough, you have to finish the game.
No, I'm not that curious to finish the game. There's a lot going on.
Maybe you should do a puzzle.
Will that be enough?
Let's get you to do a puzzle.
You
I
find
better
it.
get
I'm
going.
also going to point out
Goodbye.
several important clues that you missed. Just like this paper clearly on the ground here with all this very important information. This hammer that you're going to need.
Smash it with a hammer.
That's good. That's a good Wizard Kitten reference. This bag of cotton.
The box labeled Nancy.
The box labeled Nancy.
I suppose.
To be fair, this wasn't here when you looked.
Okay, I was gonna say. I feel like I would have seen that.
Yeah. Wade delivered this for you. And it's about Charlotte the ghost.
Is that always her name in life?
Look.
Ghost.
Tell me that's not terrifying. What was that?
It's not that terrifying.
That's terrifying.
I'm not that scared. I've never been that scared of ghosts, though. I'm more psychological than like, oh, there's a ghost. You know?
Terrifying.
I mean, you do like Crimson Peak, so it was Crimson Peaky.
There's another book here that you didn't look at. You also neglected to make yourself a cup of tea.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, you can just make yourself tea.
Yeah, you also need these oranges. But yeah, what would you like in your tea? You want a lemon or mint?
Both.
Okay, lemon and mint. Would you like any sugar?
Yeah, lots.
Lots? How many spoons?
14.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10.
I think that's enough of that.
Nancy stops you at 10.
Well, alright.
Too sweet of tea.
Come on, Nancy.
Yeah.
Nancy does not know how to party.
You need the paint thinner over here, which you can grab, the turpentine. Over here.
Is the paint thinner to put in the tea?
Need the nails. You don't put the paint thinner in the tea.
Can she?
No.
That'd probably be a game over thing too, like that scythe earlier.
This looks like a painting.
That would have been if
We
it
should
existed,
find somewhere
yeah.
to place it.
Also need coins. Okay.
Time to recharge the battery.
This is your first puzzle. See if you can figure out how to recharge the battery. This is a functional puzzle. There's
I
no
know.
electricity out here.
I can't do that yet.
Here, well, here, back up first and read the manual. Or at least flip through the manual and see if you can figure out what you might need to do.
Well, there seems to be some pretty important info on the first page here. Portable electronics are a driving force in the modern age. I think that... Oh, wow. Yeah, this is going to help me solve it, yeah.
It's a very
But the
old
history of the
electricity
battery
manual.
can be traced back to 200 BCE and the so-called Baghdad battery. Discovered in the 1930s during an archaeological dig. The Baghdad battery is this true?
Yeah,
This is where the educational parts come in?
yeah.
That's interesting.
Thank you. You were all sassy about it at first, and then you realized, oh wait, I just learned something.
Yeah, but it's not helping me solve the puzzle.
Well, if you read the rest of the book or look at the rest of the book.
3 main components, typical battery. 2, doing this stuff. Coins. Coins.
Coin. Scooby-Doo fans will know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Mix 1/4 cup of vinegar, tablespoon of salt. Pour the paint thinner into the teacup with 14 spoons of sugar. Don't hold back on the sugar. And the battery will be made. Let's see. Looks like Nancy's digging her own grave here when it comes to puzzle solving. If she's going to hold back on the sugar and not throw in the paint thinner.
Coins. Turn the page.
I'm still reading.
You don't need all this information.
I don't, huh?
Part of being a good detective
don't
is
need any
knowing
of
what
it.
information is important and what isn't.
So it's just teaching kids how to skim read instead of deep, close reading.
No,
Interesting.
I read all of the books all the way through, but it's also
But
figuring
mostly
out.
it's just conditioning kids to be ready for standardized tests and quick skim reading under time limits.
No.
Is that it?
Doesn't do that at all.
Is that what they want for
no,
the children?
not even remotely.
Seems like it.
These games literally teach critical thinking and flexibility and logic and problem solving.
I teach flexibility. I haven't gotten out of my chair in like an hour.
It hasn't been an hour. Okay. See if you can figure it out.
Can't do that yet.
So that's not the first step.
Oh, you don't think
Can't
so?
do that yet. Can't do that yet. Can't do that yet.
Don't touch the jar. Don't put 14 spoonfuls of sugar into the tea. Ugh. Nancy.
She's just trying to help you out. You're such an amateur. She needs to give you lots of hints.
Well, I don't need hints. I need excitement.
To solve the puzzle.
It's not charged yet.
It's very exciting to solve a puzzle.
So far, this is infuriating.
Can't
Yeah.
do that
I
yet.
can't do that yet. It's not
not
charged.
Maybe you have
yet.
something in your inventory that will help you make a charger.
Oranges.
Oh, that's fruit, like we read about in the book.
Yeah,
Oranges are fruit.
they are.
What else did you need that we read about in the book?
I'll find which orange she doesn't say to.
She will say to all of the oranges, as in,
Hey,
I wonder
you're
what I
talking-
should
gotta go back. You're
put
talk-
in the oranges.
You kept talking over it. I don't know if she said something different.
Puzzle maestro.
Wait, this one was slightly higher pitched the first time. I think this is the culprit here. This orange kidnapped Jesselyn.
You're quite the detective. Either you can go ahead and check Find Jesselyn off your list then. Oh, you're right. Oh, look at that. The can painting does not. No, you don't need paint thinner.
Pour it
All
into
right,
this jar.
let's see if all those oranges did the trick.
Now,
Nah, I
Jesselyn's
poured the
phone is
paint thinner into the jar. You all saw it.
No. You happened to be holding the paint thinner.
Wow, oranges, coins, and a bunch of wires.
Didn't you ever make a potato clock when you were in Eagle Scouts?
In Eagle Scouts? It's Boy Scouts. You become an Eagle Scout after lots of
Oh,
ranks.
sorry. Okay, so Jesselyn's phone is charging. You have to do one more puzzle. I'm gonna find you another one.
That's fire so red.
Fire so red, night so black. Dear sweet Charlotte, please come back. What's going on? Where are you taking me?
Tell me, who are you?
Nancy, I am
Fan
here to
favorite.
help Jesselyn.
Give me a reason to let you live. Mind you, a good one.
What?
One reason to spare you. Give it to me now. The spirits are growing impatient with my mercy.
Yeah.
You can't scare me. Help me find Jesselyn or get out of the way.
Very good.
Good. Game respects
Remove the
game.
blindfold.
Just who are you?
Harper, can I trust you? Can you be trusted?
Detectives are decisive and take action.
Go now.
Well, they're usually not. Bored. She talked about elongated moments, and there's been a lot of those.
Those
Lot
are
of
mostly
elongated
your
moments.
doing. Okay, this is gonna be your
I should
puzzle.
look for those portraits.
I already looked at all the portraits.
Not very well.
I looked at literally all of them. Now can I grab the scythe and use it?
No. But
Even
it
the-
won't kill you now if you try to open the door.
Even to threaten Colton?
No, you can't use the scythe to threaten Colton. Detectives don't threaten the suspects until they know for sure who's the culprit. You don't just
So
walk
I get to
around.
threaten him later with the scythe.
Okay, sure. You don't get to wander around brandishing scythes at people.
Be a better game if I could. I'm looking at him.
There. Well, go look back to Sarah Emma.
What'd she do this time?
Look for some details. You see anything you might be missing? I wonder how you get paint off of a canvas.
Yeah, I can't think of a single possible thing.
Maybe you use the cloth that's covered in the paint thinner that I used earlier.
That would make a lot of sense.
The letters must be what that note was
Just
referring
wiping
to.
it off. That would've been fun.
You're very
Now to
thorough.
find
That's
all of
good.
the others.
It'd be more fun if you could actually wipe off the paint yourself in these paintings.
You look at Jeb. You got it. You got it already. Oh, what do you need? What do you need? Very thorough. Very good.
I gotta clean it off.
Nicely
Get off
done.
of there. Okay. Well, actually, come on.
You did it. You now just have to look at it.
Oh my goodness.
Or I think she put it out there on them automatically. Look at the note again.
What, this
The
this
note.
one again?
Yep. Yeah, she put it on there for you.
What's it say this time? Oh, it's a code or something.
It is.
All right. Anything to wipe off here? Need a bit of a spiffy up with your stash? What if the
Carefully.
mustache was the painted over thing and the code's on his upper lip?
That'd be pretty
Let's
funny.
get that out of here. Yeah, wipe that out. Have I really not done Beauregards?
You haven't done Beauregards.
Where is that guy? Aha. Not for long.
That's it. Now I should be able to figure out what the code means.
All right, decode the message and then you can be done.
Okay. All the words are within the same word. Knock tot.
Very good, English teacher. That's definitely a word.
Canute.
Hoot!
Canuting git sedis Leibcan lescus.
Not quite.
It's Latin. All right.
Very mature.
I wish I could care more. Let's see. But I simply don't. Let's see.
Well, think about the rules of English and what sounds can go next to each other.
Summer. I don't want to think about the rules of English.
And what words might be in this puzzle given the game.
Seeds.
You made a word.
Get seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Cotton gin, get seeds. Balance.
Mm. What's something that you balance?
Lasers.
You don't balance lasers.
They balance you.
How?
They raise you down to nothing.
And that's balancing?
In a Thanos type of way, perhaps.
I was gonna say, do you know what the word balance means?
Perfectly balanced. What else? What other hints?
I've given you
So
the
boring.
best hint possible.
That's so
That's it.
Scales.
nothing.
That's. Unless you want to finick
I
away
need
at the
to put the
puzzle and share
combs
your
on
final
first.
I'll
thoughts.
finick away.
Okay.
I'm the detective here.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm figuring it out.
Okay.
I know when it didn't work.
Okay. You needed some hints on the last few, so I was just helping you out.
I not need hints on anything.
Yes, you did.
Prove it. Show me the tape.
I was gonna say I
Roll
have
the tape.
audio recording, being like, "Give me a hint." So you liked it better than the Haunted Carousel?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Why?
It's just better and by every metric.
Like what?
It's bearable.
What makes it bearable?
I don't know. But again, the main hurdle with the first time was
Did
that
you like the characters?
The main hurdle with the first time was that it was point and click.
Okay.
And I had no idea that it was point and click, that any of these games were, and I just hate that.
Okay.
Typically, so I was just like, I felt betrayed. I felt annoyed that it just turned out to be point and click for the Haunted Carousel.
Okay.
So that was a rude awakening that I didn't order. But this one, sure, yeah, the characters are definitely more interesting. The general milieu is more intriguing to my personal tastes. Yeah, but am I
Looks better.
still? I mean, a modicum better, really not significant. None of these are going to look good to me, really, as far as graphics or
Alright.
how impressive
Tough
they
crowd,
look.
tough crowd.
I'm sorry, it's just not impressive looking or interesting graphics to look at. It's not still. Sorry.
What'd you think about the... I mean, you are barely anywhere into it, but what'd you think of the story?
More interesting.
Okay. And who's your current ranking theory for the culprit?
Colton is still just
Colton.
the worst. Yeah,
Okay.
Even if he's not, I just feel like he's a real jerk.
All right.
A real jerk
A
meanie.
real jerk. You have stopped trying to solve the puzzle. Who's your favorite character?
Not Colton.
Not Colton.
I don't think I have a favorite, to be honest.
You didn't enjoy interacting with any of them?
Not particularly. No.
Okay.
Spent the
All
most
right.
time with Wade, but
You did spend quite a bit of time with Wade. Mostly just staring at him, but yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not a super fan of any. But
Okay.
the story overall was better. I'm doing fine on this right now.
Yeah, you're
It's
doing
got
okay.
like 57 in a row.
Yeah, doing pretty good.
This is easy.
You're on Amateur Sleuth.
Fixed
Good
it.
job, you did it.
Yeah.
It's way harder on Master. Okay, put the cotton in the
I
cotton gin.
doubt it. That one was easy.
Put the cotton in the cotton
It could have
gin.
been that much harder on
It's
Master.
much harder on Master. Put the cotton in the cotton gin.
I feel like it's easy.
Okay.
I'm good with visual ones though, and
Yeah, you're probably better at the visual ones than I am.
yeah,
Regardless,
yeah, super easy.
put the cotton in the cotton gin.
Yeah, the graphics, right? Yeah.
I liked
The
that.
cotton,
That's
yeah.
good.
No, it was very lifelike. Let's see.
Take the seeds. you sassy pants.
Done. That's all of the seeds.
That's all of them?
Yeah, it's all you need. You didn't put that much cotton in there. And then you're gonna go forward.
And grab the scythe and threaten Colton. Give him the whatever.
No. Then
right.
you're gonna look at the scales. Oh, the scythe is back.
Yeah, you said it was the scales.
I mean, you are supposed to look at the scales, but the scythe fell down.
It did fall down.
Okay, well, Charlotte the ghost put it back.
You lied to me.
I did not.
Yes, you
Wants
did.
these scales.
Well, I did inadvertently. And then you're supposed to use the seeds to balance the scales.
Wizard Kitten is out for nothing but Nancy's blood.
Okay, so safe to say you haven't become a Nancy Drew Games convert? You're not a fan?
No, I'm not a convert yet. This is still much better than Haunted Carousel.
So you prefer the modern games over the classics? That's your Nancy Drew hot take?
Yeah, that's my hottest of hot takes. Look out, it's scalding.
Would you recommend this game?
I have not played barely any of it.
That's
and
true.
No, I wouldn't. And again, just go play some Mario Kart. You'll get a bit more adrenaline out of the proceedings. My ranking is currently Ghost of Thornton Hall at 1, Haunted Carousel at 2. That's what
Those are your rankings.
Those are my Nancy Drew rankings.
Would you play another Nancy Drew game?
Yeah, I would.
Super tepid, yes.
Well, I still have to actually meet Big Island Mike. Never really interacted with the man.
So you want to play Creature of Kapu Cave?
I mean, he's the community's favorite. And mine.
Well, yeah, if you're ranking the characters, Big Island Mike is your #1 character, and
Yeah.
all of these characters don't even compare.
They don't match up, no.
What about the Haunted Carousel characters?
I don't remember any.
You remember one?
What, the robot?
Yeah, the best one.
Yeah, no. I do still have to meet Big Island Mike. I'd be intrigued to meet him.
So
And
your character rankings are Big Island Mike, Miles the Magnificent Memory Machine, and everyone else.
Yeah, sure. It goes Big Island, then Miles. It goes Mike and Miles.
Mike and Miles. You have to admit this is beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous?
No, the graphics are not.
That's
they
so
do not
pretty.
scream gorgeous.
Look at the
no.
ambient fog and the
No.
Spanish moss singing, the starry sky. It's just so spooky and creepy, especially with
No.
the music you're listening to.
No, the music is anything to write home about either. Like, it's just, no, it's not getting ambiance beyond, or any ambiance beyond just this is a PC game that I'm playing.
You don't feel like you're at a Southern Gothic manor in
No.
Georgia right now?
I feel
In
like
a
I'm
super
looking
haunted
at,
location?
I feel like I'm looking at the animators of Ice Age 2000 trying to immerse me in something that looks like a Southern Gothic mansion. No disrespect to Ice Age, but, you know, the graphics.
I was gonna say.
Just, no, Ice Age, great film. But yeah, no, I don't know how you could be immersed in it, but.
Okay, well, agree to disagree. And there we have it, fellow detectives. This was our second attempt at Mr. Wizard Kitten playing a Nancy Drew game, getting hooked on the series. He did like the modern games better, so that's an improvement. And to be fair, Creature of Kapu Cave is a Renaissance era game, and you haven't tried any of the Renaissance era games yet, so maybe that's the sweet spot, though I doubt it. But it is fun to try this experiment. It's fun to see what outsiders think of the Nancy Drew games who have never played them before and aren't particularly interested in this style. So thank you again for joining, Mr. Wizard Kitten.
Aren't particularly interested.
I'm being
I
diplomatic.
was gonna say, that sounds like Wizard Kitten diplomacy. Mm-hmm. At its finest. Yep.
But thank you for joining. Thanks for sitting down and playing Nancy Drew with me today.
You're welcome.
It's very sweet of you. Even though you despise every minute of it.
No, I don't. Not every minute. This
Okay.
was much better.
Okay.
This was much better.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. It was.
Well, that's good. Well, thank you so much for joining, fellow detectives. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Nancy Drew and Sims 4 content. Thank you so much for watching, fellow detectives. I will see you
Are
soon.
there more cotton gins to fix?
No.